Good afternoon. I'm going to show you 4 everyday carry items, low cost or no cost, that you probably have sitting around your house right now that you can start carrying that will help you out if a survival situation arises. Stick with me, let's check them out. Before we get started, I do want to touch on the fact that these are not the only things that I am carrying on a regular basis, especially if I'm going out in the woods intending to hunt or do some recreating. I have posted a video a while ago about a cachet belt, so I carry some stuff that's a Wazoo cachet belt. If you've never seen it, I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can see what I carry just inside my belt. But along with what's in my belt, I am carrying a pocket knife, I'm carrying a lighter that works, and I'm carrying chapstick for knuckles, first aid, and help me do some fire starting here. And on my hat, I always have a little compass on the back with a bezel ring for navigation purposes, stuff like that. So these items I want to share with you are not my minimal, not the only thing I'm carrying. I don't want to make that sound like that's what I'm doing. But I want this to show you, my whole concept was I wanted something easy, that's convenient to carry, that's not going to get in the way, and we're not having to carry like a backpack everywhere we go. When I talk about everyday carry kind of stuff, I'm looking at the survival priorities. I'm thinking shelter, fire, water, along with way up there too being self-aid and navigation. Okay, that's why you see the compass on my head. I typically, if I'm out in the woods, I have a tourniquet readily available, those kind of things like that. Number 1, the good old 550 cord. 550 cord and using it as your bootlaces. This is an easy change you can do. Chances are you probably have some 550 cord around your house. If you're doing anything out there like, building shelters or whatnot, you have some 550 cord. Easy swap, change out your bootlaces, because we know how strong this stuff is. It has multiple strands, so we have a lot of cordage here if a situation arises. In my mind, I file this under like shelter building, fire, first aid. Cordage is a big deal in a situation, so this is really handy. And as a bonus, my biggest problem with 550 cord bootlaces in the past is they always came untied. They were always coming untied, especially if they're new and it's kind of stiff and it's not broke in yet like these are. It's really stiff. I had a student come through the course last year, and I had some brand new 550 cord bootlaces, and he noticed I kept on retying them as we were walking through the woods, and he's like, hey man, let me show you something. So David, if you're watching, I appreciate the tip, and I have used it since you came through, and it has worked fantastic. Let me show you how we tie these real quick. Tie our shoes in a typical fashion here. Do like you're just tying your regular old bunny ear knot, right? And when you get to this point, you're gonna wrap around once and then wrap around twice. Pull it back through, kind of dress that knot up just a little bit, and when you pull it back down, now that knot will hold better, and you can still just pull the string and everything comes untied. That is how that works. That is great. I bet you when you started this video, you did not think I was going to show you how to tie shoes, right? That's usually not on the everyday carry list, how to tie shoes, but you're welcome. All right. That's my rooster over there sounding like a velociraptor. And then the next thing I want to show you, most of these next items fit inside my wallet, okay? And the next thing I want to bring up, this I kind of file under fire starter, first aid, is simply a piece of duct tape, right? I use this roll here and made a roll. This is a flat rolled piece of duct tape, and this is about 3 foot long. I measured from my fingertips to my chest here, so I got about 3 foot of duct tape here. I left a little pull tab on this, if you can see that, and I can pull it open, and I added to this, and I put a strike pad there along with some matches. Okay, so I have a fire starting kit that stays on me right here. Now you could go beyond this. You could go a couple layers deep and add another cutting tool, like a razor blade, add some fishing string, add some hooks, whatever. If you have an idea of something you could add or what you carry, put it down in the comments. Let me know. Maybe I can add it to my kit, right? But this thing meets a lot of the goals. It's a Band-Aid. It can be a signal item since it's so long, and like I said, it's already going to help with fires and stuff like that. So duct tape, you can never go wrong with it. It definitely doesn't spot, and it's in my wallet. It's easy to carry. Next thing that you may not have at your house, this would be like a stretch. You may have it though, is this. This is a piece of paper. This is a piece of write in the rain paper, to be technical, okay? So this is your typical notebook size write in the rain piece of paper. And the reason why I'm carrying this, because one, we could take notes on it. Again, I could use this as a waypoint marker on a trail. I could rip this up, kind of like breadcrumb scenario, right? Leave a note if somebody was looking for me. But I have a video where I've covered this up and I've put some wooden toggles on it, and I used rocks to boil water in this. This is wax paper. This is waterproof paper, hence the name Write in the Rain. So you can get a couple of water boils out of this folded up piece of paper. Again, we're meeting some of those survival needs. Yes, would I rather have a metal pot? 100%. But if the only thing I had was my wallet or what was on me, I could boil some water. So that's helping me out in that scenario. I have the notebook size paper. You can still, or maybe even like, the half sheet like this. That's about this size. You can fold that up and you're still going to get a little bit of water, maybe a cup of water at a time. When you're boiling, half a cup of water, but you're getting, good clean water that is safe to drink. So there's that. Back underneath my money clip there. All right. Another thing in my wallet has this little coin pouch purse thing. Coin purse, coin pouch, whatever we're going to call it. It has this little zipper here. We can open it up. All I've done is I had some straws lying around the house, and I sealed them off. And I'll show you this here in a second. I took a straw, sealed off a cotton ball and Vaseline inside this little waterproof pouch. So now I have another means of fire starting here, or a tinder ball that's going to help extend some flame if we're dealing with some adverse situations. And in this little one, I have some Benadryl. And my thought process here was, if I'm in a bind and I'm out in the woods and I'm having an allergic reaction, that's something that can put you in a bad way really fast. And if I had some Benadryl, that might just help kick back that allergic reaction and buy me a little more time. And that's where my head was going with this. Now, I mean, yeah, I could put Tylenol, ibuprofen. I got room in here. I could add a little bit more. But again, I'm just thinking like immediate need, and this is where my mind went. If you have a different opinion, hey, share it. Put it down in the comments. Let me know. I appreciate it. Straw right here. And we have a cotton ball. We're going to take off a good little strip of it and get it in some Vaseline here. Our straw here, and this is what I have, this little screwdriver here just to help push down in there. Push it down here, cut off our excess, and now you have a little fireproof, waterproof fire starter there. All I have, those were 4 super easy, no cost or low cost stuff that you have laying around your house that you can add to your everyday kit. If you can think of something else, hey, put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me come up with something so maybe I can add it to my kit. Like I said, don't let this be the only thing that you carry out in the woods. Always have a little more than that, but let me know what you got. Go to arkansassurvival.com, check out our upcoming courses. We're having a firecraft class next week. And as always, thanks for watching.